Alright guys, the day has come where I finally said fuck it and broke my engine's cherry. Finally disassembled this bitch. I didn't do the whole disassembly on camera. It was just one of those things where I just kind of wanted to do it with my buddy was here helping me, but we pretty much are confirming now that it was the piston rings, because I don't know if you see the edge of the piston here, but it was creating uneven wearing in the walls of the motor, or I'm sorry, in the cylinder. And you'll see how dark and worn it is there, whereas we're nice and like semi-clean around that edge. So it was giving me some uneven wear on the cylinder walls, so we went ahead and disassembled this bitch, and we're gonna do our full top end rebuild. You can see how absolutely dirty my valves are, just atrociously gross. I don't know if this is gonna catch well in the camera, but we got a lot of up and down scoring on the cylinder head right here. And that mark I saw with my camera once I put my camera in that spark plug hole. So pretty much is most likely my top end.
Are you sure about that?
But since we're doing all this, I got the Takegawa high flow oil pump. I got a oil spinner gasket because I've never once checked my oil spinner since I bought the bike, and it has 8,500 miles, or my screen. We got a Honda OEM piston. We got all our OEM gaskets, and we got all our piston rings, C-clips, and all that, etc. And of course our fire brand new cylinder. Alright, so this is the oil ring or whatever it is with the oil spacers.
Yep.
And then we literally have two rings that are marked R and RS, and according to the manual, we have them, it tells you which one's on the top or bottom. Simple as ringing them around the grooves, and then we throw it back on, right?
Yep.
And for those of you that need some specs, I got my little manual here, so you'll see your top ring markings right here. So pay attention to that if you're using OEM. You want to make sure they're gapped properly apart, which is what we're doing here. And then you got a little diagram here in terms of disconnection and all that good shit if you want to pause that. Top ring R, and then second ring is RS. Yeah, I saw that wants you to fucking guide it down so you're not marking it. So we're putting on the pin and these wristbands.
You don't want, you do not want the opening right there. You want to clock it up above so that when you gotta take them out or install them, they come out easier like that. And with that opening, obviously you'll have shit flowing through too. But
yeah, there we go. So then we're gonna put one pin on one side, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw the piston on with the or we're actually going to throw this in the cylinder jug, and then we're going to hang it out just enough to slide that mushroom tip of a pin through the center right there. That way, that's why we have one pin in prior to hold it in place. And then once we slide the jug back on the bolts to hold it back into the motor, then we obviously line it up, put the pin in, and it's good to go. And then it's already set in the cylinder, and you're set. All right, so we're all ringed up. My rod was good, no wobblage, everything's good to go. Like I said on the previous video about there was some rubbage on the top. It's kind of hard to make out with my boroscope, but yeah, taking this bitch off you can see. But I went ahead and got some goopy ass mac and cheese lube on my fingers, and we're about to install we went ahead and pre-put the piston in, the rings in just enough till we could put the dowel pin right here.
that's the old one if you want to show.
And oh yeah, here's my old piston. See the difference? But I'm using my GoPro right now because I have nasty hands. But I'm sure you can make it out.
And scoring that goes straight down at the bottom.
Yep.
The jug, well, which is actually.
And then you can see these grooves right here, and they kind of go away where it rubbed. So I caught it right as it started rubbing. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this bad boy on. And obviously you see all the oil there. I cleaned up the head really good. Check this guy out. But we're gonna go ahead and feed this bad boy on, put the piston on, and hook everything back up. Alrighty, ladies and dickheads. I finally got the bike all put back together, all the plastics on. I started the bike after the new top end build, right? And then it still gave me the thing. And then what did I do? I went and I was like, well, let me go ahead and reset the ECU and see if I can't get it to reset, because I couldn't get it to reset before, and I was almost thinking like my ECU was going bad and shit. So I reset my ECU, and I believe it fixed it. All right, let's do this cold ass startup. Fresh piston, my very first top end rebuild, and let's see how this baby runs. Very, very important, guys. Do not forget to reset your ECU. I found out that is extremely important on this bike. And this actually might have been an ECU issue all along. I'm glad I did my top end rebuild. I mean, we're at almost 9,000 miles for a 125. I'm sure it don't hurt. But I almost think all this issue was this whole time was in my ECU. It went in like limp dick mode out of nowhere on its own. Like some freak shit happening. But I have a fresh top end now. It was my first time ever doing a top end rebuild. And even though it was a little anxious to do, I actually felt pretty comfortable doing it. It was cool. I'm very anxious about opening up parts and shit on my bike, especially the engine. But look, it looks good. It looks like it was never even taken apart. All right, let's see if we're getting any stuttering. Man, even the throttle's responsive. When I would do it fast like this, right from an idle, it used to like kind of be sluggish. Now look at it. Wow. Let's go take this baby on the road and see how she feels. All right, so we're out and about. And this baby feels, dare I say, better than she did before. Oh man, I can't believe I went through all that fucking shit. You know what? My ECU might have cracked out on me, and that might have been my problem all along. But nonetheless, with the condition of my piston and cylinder, from what I've seen, it wasn't like completely done or trashed up. But at, you know, almost 9,000 miles, it didn't hurt to have it swapped out. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that I did the top end rebuild, but it all ended up being a damn ECU. It's almost like you know what's something funny that I never did is when I got because I have a Camaro intake and exhaust, and I guess I made the new move of never resetting my ECU even when I got that. So my bike could have been running like extra funky unless it just, you know, somehow adjusted itself over time, but it could have been running extra funky since then. So you know what, I'm gonna check something real quick. I saw, oh, it's not like that. Okay, because I saw in here where they were only limiting like a few people in the store at a time, and it was making it like really hard to go to the store and get groceries, because like if you just needed a few things, you'd be sitting in line just to get in. But it looks like they're not doing that. No, that's good. Now look at this baby go. It's like she's fresh all over again. It's awesome. I honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I was never expecting this to just turn out to be an ECU issue at all. That's kind of cool. That makes it a lot easier in the long run, you know what I mean? So if I ever do have that issue again, my first thing I'm gonna do is just an ECU reset, which is absolutely simple. Damn, Wildwood's closed. Obviously all the parks are closed, but man, that's crazy. Like when you see your hometown area is all closed. Man, I feel like I'm out like in some purge like times right now. It feels weird. Like I'm not supposed to be out, and I'm really not, I guess, but what am I supposed to do? I need fresh air every once in a while. Fuck. Good thing I'm like right here at the base of the mountainous area, so it's a lot easier for me to you know. Ooh, look at that. Damn, it feels like it just pulls now way better. I fucking dig it. But I gotta say, going through all this issue and just to keep everybody on tab, I bought a fuel pump, I bought an ignition coil, I changed my spark plug, I bought well, I was going to get this regardless, but I did it since I was going to be tearing the bike apart, a Takegawa high flow oil pump. And oh yeah, you can tell how much better that oil pump is. It's called a super oil pump, and it flows about 40% more oil through your bike, which for these bikes, oh man, these have like a notorious oil starvation right there. So having a fresh piston with that fresh high flow oil pump, this is right here is going to be a good testament to see how good my piston and everything go over a long period of time in comparison to my stock setup I had. You know what I mean? Because you guys know me, I'm not some like stunt dickhead or hold wheelies. I'm not even that good of a rider. All I can do is ride wheelies out and be like, it's a wheelie, it's a wheelie. Like it's something special, and it's not at all. So therefore, I'm just gonna go ahead and ride my bike as I normally did and see how this baby holds up for me. Acceleration test. Listen to her, she's just perfect now. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in quite a little bit, and I need to do it now. Get the fuck up that fly. I needed to get my my public twins well addressed. You know what I mean? It's been a minute. Damn, look at all the weeds growing in the school. Not even gardeners are coming. That's true, dude. It's gonna be like life after people out here. Cause look, the people ain't coming around, and look, they're just letting like the school fields all go. Damn. But holy shit, I'm actually like glad I did the top end rebuild. That's some experience that I was like really needing in my life. I've always wanted to try that out, and I'm not. Ooh, that was a nasty fucking screw right there. And I was like, you know, I just went for it and I did it, and it was so cool. Like, it's literally unplugging the few sensors in the front, undoing the 4 screw heads, and then 2 little tiny tins, take your damn head off, and then your cam chain gear. It's so simple. It's like playing Legos. Like, no shit, it's like playing Legos. And it's one of those things I'm glad I did, because now if I ever have to rebuild a motor like this, and these are very common motors, I'll have the fucking necessary knowledge for it now. You know what I mean? It's gonna be dope as shit. But yeah, this is my first actual ride, like doing like a few miles and shit around town, and she hasn't choked out on me one time. Man, it feels just like brand new again. I don't even remember the bike feeling this good when I first got it. Like, I'm in 4th gear right now and it's pulling. Like, I don't remember ever having that kind of like pull power, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, that thing I was talking about before, and I'm sure it's because I got my intake and exhaust without a fuel controller, but when I would do this, it would never rev up all the way normally. It would kind of like choke and then go, and that was even before I ever had any problems. Like, and now look at this thing. I don't know if because everything's just perfectly set now, and I babied my bike and I babied the fucking install, and I feel like, I don't know, man. And then the reset ECU, I feel like everything's proper now, and I feel like this is what my bike should be feeling like. You know what I mean? It just feels so like every little bit of throttle I give it, I feel like it's giving me something in return a lot more now, if that makes any sense. I regret not having like a GoPro set up, kind of recording my whole little like undoing my motor process. It was just kind of like one of those on the spot kind of things. My friend was there helping me out. But yeah, like one of the weird things, I Google searched like a motherfucker when I was having problems, and there is not a lot of like, there was no things really pointing out my issue, where
And you know, I kind of want to make this to help one of you guys out there that ever come across this problem, and you know, maybe save you from a top end rebuild. But fucking, like, if you ever have it do what mine did where it was cutting out, I noticed mine specifically always cut 4 to 5 RPMs, and it was like this weird thing. And you haven't tried resetting the ECU yet? Try resetting the ECU. I feel like that'll fucking help it. Yeah, this baby feels a lot better. I love it. Dude, one thing that's come out of this, I notice, is a lot of motorcyclists I've been hearing getting tickets for their exhaust now. Like the actual tickets, like those fucking shitty ones. And it's like as simple as people going like to the stores and shit, and like they're like, oh, you got a lot of exhaust, you shouldn't be out here, boom. And they could just be going to the fucking store to get some food and shit. So like, that's making me like really on edge right now, even riding my bike out and about. But nonetheless, I'm gonna get back. This baby seems to be as perfect as ever. I'd say she's officially fixed, and I'd say we're good for a whole new slew of Grom adventures. So just wanted to make this video, show you guys and tell you guys about the little process I went through. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, all links will be down below if you want to support me in any way, shape, or form. And if you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the out of that like button. You guys have a real good day. I'll see you guys later.